Let's go! Mike Leach. We need him to pull through, right? I am not going to pretend to say that I know the absolute latest regarding the situation. And regarding at the time of this recording, we don't know. We just know from a Mississippi State statement that he is in serious condition. But today, I am going to share how much this man meant to me. And a little bit later, I'm going to share my personal story involving Mike Leach. Starting off here, though, is, yes, let's not rush, and I hate it when reporters do this. Let's not jump to any conclusions, right? If there's anyone that is tough enough to pull through this, it is the Pirate. So, yes. The second thing I'll say is John Canzano, he's a Pac-12 reporter, had a very interesting report surrounding Mike Leach as well. So, once again, I'm not jumping to anything here today. But what I will tell you is what this man has meant to the Southeastern Conference in his very short time, because obviously Mike Leach is a coach who has spent more time outside the SEC than in it. So what I'll say is, I do a lot of film studies. I don't do as many on this channel, but I've always been a film study guy, whether it be my LSU channel or whatever the case may be, right? And it is crazy, like when I speak to coaches, how much they were influenced by Mike Leach. And I understand that he's had some problematic stuff involving, this time at Texas Tech, and we don't all agree with everything that this man had to say. In the past, I certainly don't, but putting that aside and the serious nature of the story, let's not act like this man isn't one of the most influential coaches in the history of the sport. Him and Hal Mumme with the air raid attack, changed really the entire framework of this sport. And he changed high school offenses around the country. He changed just the minds. I mean, there's so many air raid staples that you see in so many different offenses, right? I know he didn't invent mesh, but, when you see someone run mesh, you see or you feel, or at least think about Mike Leach's influence on the play call, right? And there's a lot of different air raid staples that a lot of people attribute to Mumme, Leach, and many others. So, man, the influence and the artistry he has brought to the sport is nothing short of freaking incredible. And, I really wanted to do this video to share and show love to all the other things that Mike Leach has brought to the sport that has nothing to do with football, such as these colorful interviews, whether it be surrounding candy bars, whether it be surrounding just anything. I just freaking love hearing this man talk about just any topic, whether it be Pirates or whatever the case may be. He just brought so much joy to the sport, right? And, I just love him for that. He's made Mississippi State a program that has not really had a whole lot of success. He has made them relevant. He has made them tough to beat. And watching this Will Rogers offense has just been so freaking fun. And look, obviously Mississippi State would have liked to have had more success this year, but 8-4 in an Egg Bowl win is nothing short of incredible. So we honestly have no idea what the future of Mississippi State football is going to look like. Zach Arnett right now is currently your interim acting head coach. Obviously, Mississippi State lost the recipient of this touchdown pass, Ra Thomas, to the transfer portal. We'll see, but obviously that is all second nature to, where this program is right now. So, man, I really hope Mike Leach is fine. Man, if the Egg Bowl was his last coach game, that's, quite a good way to end a very illustrious career, winning this game on the road. But, I really, really, really wish it's not his last. But yeah, it's tough. It really, really, really is tough as someone who loves the ins and outs and the X's and O's of the sport. So, quick story here, involving Mike Leach and myself. And I think everybody has their own, stories with Mike Leach, right? Everybody just seems to, if you're in the college football world. So I think, the more I think about this, I think Mike Leach is the biggest college football coach I've ever had on any of my radio programs. And this was when I was a student at LSU. So, Mike Leach, who, at the time wasn't, a coach in the SEC, he called into KLSU radio, and it was so cool, interviewing someone of that stature. So, yeah, I mean, it was such a fun interview. I wish I still had the audio of it. And my co-host and I were so lucky to just have him on the airwaves with us. And, there's other stories of him doing radio interviews with student reporters as well, and student radio hosts and TV, whatever. And that is just so freaking cool. So, man, I owe that man a lot. I mean, that made me feel big for that day as I was just launching my career. So comment down below your favorite Mike Leach story, and hopefully Mike pulls through, and we'll see. Once again, at the time of this recording, we don't know anything, but today I am choosing to celebrate a icon. It is Power Hour SEC. Boom! And tonight, we're doing burgers. Let's go.